Although less intense, walking triumphs over running if you want consistent and significant results. And there's a big reason why that is. As a low-impact exercise, walking appeals to individuals across all fitness levels. It's very universal, allowing anyone to assimilate it seamlessly into their daily routines. But like any other exercise, walking alone won't do much. It must be done in combination with calorie restriction, a healthy diet, and many other factors. The question is, how much walking is enough to reach the elusive 10% body fat? Are 10,000 steps enough, or do you need more? In this video, I'll shed some light on how walking is the unsung hero and how many steps are required in order to get an ultimate lean body. Towards the end, I'll tell you how to integrate walking into your everyday life without making it feel like another chore that you just need to get over. Walking and running are both great forms of exercise for fat loss. But if I have to pick one for fat loss, then I'd have to go with the former, and for many reasons. Sustainability. The first important aspect to consider is how long you can keep doing the exercise. Which of the two can you keep up longer? Obviously, walking doesn't tire you out as much. This means you can walk longer than you can run longer, which also means you can burn a whole lot more fat. The more you move, the more calories are burned. On the other hand though, running, although more intense, requires a longer recovery time. It also demands more energy, so you're likely to just run for a short while. But with walking, you can keep going for longer periods. And in the long run, it can lead to greater weight and fat loss. Aside from its sustainability, one reason why walking is a lot more favorable to many is because of the small likelihood of getting injured. Risk of injury. Runners are more prone to injuries than walkers. That much is true. Most running-related injuries are due to overuse and involve the knee. That's why for those with knee, ankle, and back problems, walking is the better workout over running. Incorporating walking early in your routine also makes it easier to maintain a healthy lifestyle up until the later years of life, when higher impact activities and exercises can be difficult. Many runners would tell you that running is a spiritual experience. It's likely true, but you should know that walking has been proven to bring mental and emotional benefits. But more on this shortly. Appetite. Another factor to ponder is how walking and running impact your appetite afterward. Running naturally causes you to be more hungry as it's more physically demanding. And when you're extremely hungry, it could make it harder to maintain a caloric deficit, which is the very foundation of your fat loss journey. On the flip side, walking won't tire you out to the point of fatigue, and therefore won't make you feel famished. Interference effect. Some of you may argue that running would be a better choice if you can do long distance. Well, it turns out that long distance running can significantly increase muscle protein breakdown, or MPB, and thus block muscle growth. But with walking, it's low in intensity and not tiring, and thus has no interference effect with muscle growth. In fact, it helps preserve lean muscle mass while losing fat. This is important because muscle is metabolically active, meaning it burns more calories at rest than fat does. By preserving muscle mass through walking and other strength training exercises, you can maintain a higher metabolic rate, which contributes to long-term fat loss. Physical benefits aside, walking also aids in improving your mental and emotional health. Some people would say that walking is akin to being in a meditative state, especially when it's done outside around nature. Walking can also increase your creative output by a significant 60%, as backed by this study from Stanford University. According to researchers, when you walk, it's like flipping on a switch for ideas. Additionally, psychologists found that a 10-minute walk may be just as effective as a 45-minute workout for relieving symptoms of anxiety. To top it off, walking is a fantastic mood booster, as proven by this study. Nevertheless, you shouldn't shy away from running. The takeaway here is that if your goal is to burn more calories in a sustainable way, then walking is the answer, since running can lead to greater hunger and low energy. So if you want to lose fat and be leaner while still packing on noticeable muscles, make it a habit to walk every day to achieve more calorie burn. Now that we've concluded that walking is better than running for losing fat in the long term, it's time to talk about how much walking exactly you should be doing in a day to get your desired result. Tracking the number of steps you walk each day is important for reaching your goal. This will also serve as a strong motivator. A 2022 review concluded that the benefits don't strictly need 10,000 steps per day to experience the health benefits. For those aged 18 to 60 years, walking 8,000 to 10,000 steps daily is enough to get maximum benefits and maintain health. Beyond the age of 60, a step count of 6,000 to 8,000 a day would suffice. For overall health and longevity, most people benefit from taking at least 8,000 steps per day. Others tend to aim for a minimum of 10,000 steps if they want to shed off unwanted weight. By the way, as I've mentioned before, it's not enough just to walk. Your diet, for one, plays a fundamental role in how much fat your body holds onto. Let's delve deeper into that in a bit. The general guideline is 8,000 steps per day. From there, other variables may come into play. For instance, if you're working outside, odds are you'd already reach the 8,000 steps before the day ends. In contrast, if you're working from home, completing 8,000 steps in a day can be extra challenging. According to a study by Harvard Medical School, an average individual burns around 150 calories from a 30-minute walk. This half-hour-long walk can be translated to 3,000 steps, so by that logic, a 40-minute walk equals 2,000 calories burned, which further equals 4,000 steps. Thus, instead of reducing your food consumption and probably triggering increased hunger in the process, it's smarter to add a 40-minute walk to your daily routine, boosting your caloric deficit with 200 calories burned without needing to trim back your nutrition. Take for instance in my case, I ate healthily, monitored my calorie intake, and lifted regularly. I was able to lose weight and gain muscle. It was good. Life was good. My body fat was around 16%, which was pretty impressive already. But one day I had this strong desire to try to drop the percentage to nearly 10%. And guess what the missing variable was? A 30 to 40 minute walk. Once I added walking to my everyday activities, everything just fell into place. Are your regular walks getting too easy for you? Here are the ways to increase your walking intensity without completely transitioning to running. Number 1. Add inclines. Walking uphill or on an incline is a surefire way to challenge yourself more and increase the calories you burn. A small 10% incline will already double the calories burned from walking on a flat surface. Not quite ready to use inclines in your walking workout? Try this fun method. Number 2. Walk in the sand. A sandy beach or any uneven surface is a nice tool for adding a bit of resistance to your walk. This new resistance will require more energy from you than walking on a flat surface. As such, more calories are burned. This kind of walk also minimizes the impact of the exercise, hence helping you protect your joints and prevent injury. Number 3. Pick up your speed. A moderate intensity walk is around 3 miles per hour or faster. If that feels too easy, you can pick up speed with a brisk walk, or even better, a power walk. Your pace should be just below a jog. This forces your heart, lungs, and muscles to work harder, thus training them to get strong. Pumping your arms as you walk can be good for muscle activation. Number 4. Wear a weighted vest or backpack. Using a wearable vest or carrying a backpack while you walk will result in more calorie burn and effort. Unlike other wearable weights like these and these, vests don't stress your limbs. They're also versatile, allowing you to add more weight as you progress. Again, walking for the purpose of losing weight doesn't have to feel like a responsibility. Rather than feeling forced or pressured into doing it, it should just come naturally to you. For instance, number 1, walk while you work. Do you have a voice conference meeting coming up? Stand up and walk around your office while talking. Take a work call while walking to get those extra steps in. Number 2, are you feeling stressed and burned out? Take a short walk outside. It'll improve your productivity and make you feel better. Number 3, after your dinner, get some fresh air and go for a brisk walk. I do this a lot because it's good for digestion and it puts me in a good mood. I know it's tempting to lounge around and watch movies after a nice meal, but an evening walk will keep your metabolism active and your blood glucose levels stabilized. Number 4, walk on a treadmill while watching your favorite TV show. You can entertain yourself while working towards your goal. Number 5, walk to work if your place is nearby. It's beneficial for both the environment and yourself. You can also park farther away from your workplace so you can slot in a few minutes of walking and get some natural vitamin D as you do so. Number 6, have your friends over for walks instead of a lunch or coffee date. This way, you're burning calories while having a good time, instead of consuming more calories. The best thing about walking is that you can easily stack it up with activities and habits you do every day. By making walking a regular part of your life, you're not only achieving your body goals, but also improving your physical, mental, and emotional health. But there's just one more thing you must do on top of those daily walks. Because without doing this, no matter how many thousands of steps you do daily, you won't get your desired result. So make sure to watch this video next and learn from it.